I'm Shirley Garrett. Welcome to Coaching in the Kitchen. Coaching in the Kitchen is my coaching program where transformational learning takes place in a Southern environment. Today, we're going to talk about comforting foods and comforting words. In fact, given what's going on in our country right now, this is probably going to be a series. One of my most favorite comforting foods is pimento cheese sandwich. So I thought I would show you how to make a real pimento cheese sandwich. Now, this is very much a Southern food, and you may have had it. It's one of those things also you find in delicatessens. But the first thing you do, very important, is that you grate your cheese, and you use good cheese. You use a good brand of cheese. I usually use a sharp cheddar cheese or an extra sharp. And just grate it at the thick grade until, and I'm grating a pound of cheese, so if you're looking for proportions, you'll know. So when you get that done, I just throw everything over here. Hopefully somebody will come clean it up for me. Then you add the pimentos. I don't know that there's a certain brand of pimentos that I like better than another, but I can promise you that you want to make sure they're chopped because you don't want to have to chop them up. So make sure that you notice that they're chopped. Sometimes when the lid won't come off or when things are a little tight, you need to add a little air by just taking a knife and gently pressing under. That will add some air. And they come right off. I think that's kind of true in relationships too, isn't it? When things get a little tight, then maybe you just need to take a little breath of fresh air. I drain the pimento cheese, just lightly, not overly, and I keep it in a bowl because I may want to pour it back into the cheese to give the cheese mixture a little more moisture. So we're just going to mix that up here. Use a fork to mix it in, I think. And just mix the pimento cheese in, the pimentos in with the cheese. And then one of the two secret ingredients, Duke's mayonnaise. Duke's is made in South Carolina, I believe is where it's made. And I love the title that says The Secret to Great Foods. And I kind of have to agree that Duke's is always the best to use. Just take a big heaping spoonful of it, pour it over your cheese, and continue just mixing it in like we were doing. Not too complicated. 3 basic ingredients with the secret sauce about to come. So I'm curious, comforting words, comforting food. What's your favorite comforting food or comfort food? And how can you have some of that and share some of that? I think that our comfort foods always have a story. When I eat pimento cheese, I think about church picnics. I think about family reunions with my Aunt Aldi and my Aunt Alira making pimento cheese sandwiches. I think about funerals. Often at funerals, we take pimento cheese sandwiches to the funeral homes for the family. And there's just something about the stories behind our food. I encourage you to look for the story behind your food. I'm not going to mix all this up. I'm going to finish mixing it up in a little bit and show you the next step. The secret ingredient, a little bit of sugar, not too much, but that cuts the bitterness of the pimento without compromising the pimento flavor. Now, how are you going to serve it? Well, in the South, you could serve it on a stick of celery. You could stuff celery. My friend Jerry did a video for me. I bet she's had that before. You can put it on a soda cracker, just cheese and soda crackers. I love mine best on Publix White Mountain bread. It's a special kind of bread they make in their bakery, and they make it fresh every morning, and it's the softest bread in the world. I cut it in half, just slice in half, and put it on there. And I'm going to tell you, if you haven't had one, you're going to want one for supper tonight. Basic ingredients, pimentos, cheese, and a little bit of sugar. What about the comforting words? Let's talk a minute about comforting words. Let me put this to the side. I teach a course, and in the course, we teach about crisis communication. And I learned what I know about crisis communication from Vincent Cavalli, who does a lot of work internationally in that field. And one of the things that he says is we need a formula to, when there's a crisis, the first words out of our mouth. And I love his formula. His formula is C C-O. Now, I'm paraphrasing it just a little bit, but the order is very critical and the definition, the way it works. The first thing out of your mouth when you are approached with someone in a crisis situation is compassion. Compassion for them and for what they're feeling. You know, this is hard for us sometimes because I don't know about you, but I kind of think when people are bringing a crisis to me, they want me to solve it. The truth of the matter is very few people have ever taken my advice, ever, about solving their problems. So if the first thing I can do is acknowledge what they're feeling, yes, I can tell this is scary. This is very unsettling time for all of us. I can see that you're really concerned about your family, so that you acknowledge with compassion the feelings, not to project feelings, but listen for the cues, and you can tell whether or not you're right in the feelings. So the first C is for compassion. The second C is for confidence, and it's confidence in the person or maybe the system that you can get through this. And I think this is so helpful to people when you say, you know, I'm confident that you're going to make the right decision or the best decision, because there's not a bad or wrong decision. I'm confident that you have the tools you need to handle this. I'm confident you can get the support you need so that you help people feel empowered. And then the O stands for optimism, and certainly not being Pollyanna, like, well, I can't wait till this is behind us and we're just going to laugh about this someday and it's going to be a good story. Absolutely not. But you can use words like, I'm looking forward to seeing you move forward with this. I'm looking forward to when you have this hurdle behind you and kind of on the other side of this. CCO, I think it's a good idea. Comforting words, comfort, food.